Hey folks, this is BestInSlot and welcome back to Biodome Park. In the last video, we got things started for the very first time. We built ourselves a fairly basic little forest biome sort of shebang and threw our Pyroraptors into it. Fairly simple. Today should be a little bit more complex in terms of the environment and such. Hello, beautiful. Still no sound in here, is what it is. Now, as with last time, I've gone ahead and spent some time working on the park itself. I spent about half an hour to 40 minutes just kind of developing the paths, adding decorations and stuff like that. So I'm going to show you that in a time lapse, and then we'll carry on. So enjoy. Okay, so did a little bit more. Actually, very limited in terms of the path work. Just spent the time sort of doing decorations and stuff like that. I think it looks quite nice, actually. Some of my better work. I think down here, you know, that in particular, I think looks really ruddy dramatic, which is kind of what I was looking for. This kind of bit here, you know. I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. I'm getting there. I'm practicing. This is not something I'm good at, so it's something I need to keep working on. But I think we'll eventually end up with something pretty cool. So today, I really wanted to make a Therizinosaurus habitat, because that's just what I've got in mind. So we're going to make a Therizinosaurus habitat. Okay, I've got a bit of a theory about how to easily, hopefully, transport our dinosaurs from the hatchery into here. So let's pick out some dinosaurs first of all. So like I said, we're going to do like a swamp sort of theme. That's going to mean a Therizinosaurus, which is, there we go. It's weird, the Therizinosaurus defaults to the movie skin, whereas several dinosaurs don't. Anyways, Therizinosaurus. We're going to get a Spinosaurus. It's going to be a fairly large habitat. I think we're going to double up on the Theri. And Spino. There we go. Just one Spinosaurus. Yeah, singular Spinosaurus. And then what else would you have in a swampy sort of environment? I'm not really looking for realism as opposed to dinosaurs that I think would look cool in a swampy sort of environment. Monolophosaurus, for example, I think has that swampy reptilian sort of vibe going on. So let's set that to random. Lovely. Have a few of those. And what else? How do you use Dryosaurus, annoyingly? Dryosaurus would have been perfect. Dimetrodon also would have been really good, but I'm going to save that for like a cavey, rocky sort of thing to kind of mesh with the film version of the creature. If I was a swamp, Dilo? What have I already got? I've already got Mono though. I've got Mono. Minmi is definitely... I know it's Minmi, but shut up. Minmi is definitely on the potential list. I think because it's green. I think I can pretend it's for other reasons, but really it's because it's green. It's not even going to be bloody green. So that's a random... So this is my theory. Okay, so when we first click, like so, because we're paused, as you can see, you can kind of still see what's going on, right? That's the whole idea that I'm on about. So what we can do, even bigger, big old aviary, this big old biodome. So what we can do in theory is before someone did suggest this in the comment section last week, before this goes, because if I hit play at all, this will finish. So we have to leave it exactly like this. But in theory, we can now sort of build the aviary, build the biodome, and be able to see exactly what's going on, while still retaining the shape of what we're going for here. So this is really good, actually. We can kind of scope out our... I want some height in it, I want some depth in it, I want to mix things up in that regard a little bit. So I'm going to have this kind of ridge on the upper right-hand side. We can always flatten the outside later on, that's not a big deal. Let's get some water in there, first of all. What does slope mean in this I still do not know what slope means in this context. We have a bigger lake area. Gotta bear in mind, this is quite large, actually. So let's cut this in a little, not that much, that's crazy. A little lakey sort of area over here, and then we want a bit more of a sort of river. And that's going to cut by this raised section over here. You know what we need? Sinoceratops for the Pippo pool. Got to have a Pippo pool. If you don't get that reference, you haven't been on the channel for long enough. Something like that. Now we need a bit more water. I'm thinking like little inlets, little divots here. It's going to be swampy, watery, moist, all those lovely things that we like. A little island in the middle there. So that's the low ground. And then up here, I don't love how straight that is. There's a little bit... How big is that, is the question. Actually, we can find out. So if we grab a decoration... Yeah, see, that's not a very big slope. Sometimes it's hard to get the size. I don't think I can go much bigger than this, though. Or slightly bigger than that in the slightest. Okay, so this is the max it's going to go. It'd be nice if we could change that eventually. That'd be a cool thing to open our capabilities a little bit with. What does slope mean? I don't know. I don't know, and it's not working. It does this sometimes. Works down there, doesn't work up here. What if I go... Okay, so if we're not doing... Let me just try this. I'm just going to lower a bit of it. You can't have it just all flat, right? We've got to... The game is really struggling here. Bloody Nora. This is not Evolution's fault, keep that in mind. This is very much my fault for screwing around with mods in the way that I am. I just wanted to get... I mean, it's a bit... Any water I can get in here would be fantastic, so I'm just doing what I can. Oh, there we go, there we go. Maybe slope is good. Maybe we like slope. I kind of wanted it to be like the staggered hill sort of thing, you know? Now it's just kind of cutting in there like crazy. It's weird, but weird is good? Question mark? Unsure. Right, okay, so we've got our waterworks. That's our... I'm going to add a little bit more over here. This is our main moist bit, so we should... Maximum moist. You've had maximum egg. Now it's time for maximum moist, alright? Maybe even all the way to the edge in some parts. Like so. Okay, so we're going to put a tree line in, but mainly on this far right ridge. Dense forest over here. Dense forest. But only on this far right ridge. Like so. And obviously we're going to need forest everywhere, but a little bit more controlled. So we're going to knock down that radius. And we're going to protect it. If I just keep saying things with confidence, people will think I know what I'm talking about. This is a dirty, rotten lie. I don't know anything. I kind of want to block the front of the hill off a little bit. I'm quite excited about this in a way, to kind of like build it all and then see how it all comes together when the aviary goes up around it, when it becomes the biodome. Okay, a little bit on that bit in the middle. I mean, at the end of the day, forest just makes everything look better. It is what it is. Don't know how I'm going to do the tour track through this, but that's a future me problem. There's a lovely meme thing that I've got saved. I don't save many images, really, and memes and such. The Mays, as we call it. But there's one where I can't remember what it was, but the guy says something basically like, it was a problem for future me, and now I am future me. And that's basically what's going on here. I'm currently past me, I'm current me, and current me is feeling fine and has no problems. I might just block this off entirely. I'm going to leave one, like this bit here. This is like your ingress into that section, right? This bit here, but the rest of it is going to be a little bit dense in the old foliage. This bit a little bit more open. I should have some fibrous ground cover. Yeah, we're going to dot that in the water itself, make it feel all swampy-like. It's going to look really good, I think. God only knows. Again, just say it with confidence. I'll keep that mainly to the large lake rather than the river. That looks pretty sweet. That looks pretty sweet. What else we got in here? What cheeky things have we got? Grassland shrubs. Do we want those? Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Who knows? Mix it up. A little bit of variation in the foliage. Maybe it runs through there a little bit. Runs down there a little bit. Let's try to keep things more really interesting. We'll do some textures in a second as well. Get some rocks in there. Not too many rocks though. It is a swamp. At the end of the day, you look swampy. Do you feel swampy? That's the unsure noise, by the way. Ginkgos. That's what we need. Ginkgos. There. That's proper swampiness right there. Get out of here, forest. New sheriff in town. His name's Ginkgo. It's a hard word to say, Ginkgo. Ginkgo. I feel like saying Ginkgo. Or Ginkgo. Ginkgo. You pronounce the G? I feel like you should. But also I don't want to. So... it's been a long day, folks. It's been a long day. Unironically, it has been a long day. This is like, I'm recording this at like 11 AM, but I haven't slept, so... Yeah. I like the idea of splitting it a little bit. So this is mainly ginkgo forest, and this is mainly that kind of forest. So maybe there's a little bit of blend. Oh no, I didn't want that to blend though. Too late now, I've committed. A little bit, you know, on both sides, but mainly it's like that. And a little bit more of this forest over here. So just to blend the two together, like so. Okay, let's get some meat feeders in here. Not that they blimmin' need them, but it'll look cool. And we'll get some pisfor feeders in for our... we can even do invisible ones for our Spinosaurus. Some invisible carnivore feeders. Just dot those around. Let's get a little bit of texture work. So, dirt. Yeah, let's get dirty. Okay, cool. Not... it's hard. You can't really see it anyway because of the bloody... you can't see it at all, actually. There's plant life everywhere, which is fine, though, because, you know, kind of... Wait, why can't I see any of this? This is mad. You get a little bit of rock in there. The dirt just kind of blends in. A little bit of sand around the edge. I just want you to feel the presence of some other texture here and there, you know? Maybe this bit's a little bit drier up here. It's not dry, but it's a little bit drier up there. And this bit would be a little bit less dry, really. Try out this different grass texture. This stuff's interesting, actually. If you look at this, I think this is unique to this map. Actually, normal grass, and then this stuff is like super... I don't know what you'd call it. Wobbly? Wibbly? I don't know, it's just got this really strong texture to it. Might be good for this kind of section over here. Let's go, screw that. Okay, so we've got some height, we've got loads of plants. Let's get some buildings and such. I have a tower. None of you are towers. You're a... What are you doing? No. Do a second command. Wait, how am I getting the dinosaurs in here? I forgot that bit. Cool. It's fine. It is fine. It's fine. Okay, so maybe you can sit on the island in the middle. Let's connect you all up in the most awkward way possible. Maybe we can have two. It's a fairly chunky habitat, right? Let's get another one in there. Let's have one over here in this bit as well. Okay. And I think for the rest of the decorations, we'll check it out in game. So I think we're gonna let this play. I'm a little scared in a weird way, but poof. There we go. So let the dust settle. It's all raised. I like that. That's raised up, but that isn't. You can see that sort of difference. You can't really do much more than this. If you try to sink this side down, it doesn't. Well, it just doesn't work. And yeah, that's what I've got. Doesn't work. Let's have a look inside. Let me hop into first person. I mean, it's fine. It's hard to make too exciting, I think. I don't know, it's hard because you need trees, man. But it does feel swampy, you know? This is kind of what I was going for. I just feel like dense forest helps these domes look cooler, but if they're all just dense forest, it's gonna be mighty boring to say the least. Let's have a look at it from here. Does it feel swampy? I would say so. I think I want some trees around these edges. It's over here. Not too many. Oh, already I'm a little... What if the problem is you can see the outside world too much, right? So let's just surround it in trees. Cusp it. There we go. Is that going to help? Yeah? I don't know. It needs dinosaurs. Right, okay. So, the problem is, how do we add dinosaurs? What I'm going to do is delete that. This'll work. This'll work. This is fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. If I just deliver that there... Now, technically, that's obviously a disaster right now. But if I then... fix that dome over the top... Is that good? Well, let's just see if this works. Does it get delivered?
Transit has commenced.
I have a horrible feeling it's initially at least going to bounce off the bounce off the roof of the aviary. Let's just see what happens. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There. Okay. Go on. You can do it, buddy. There we go. Lovely stuff. Right. So that does work. Right. Let's get that paused. Get the other one on the way. I'm just going to do this for all of them, basically. So I will skip forward this very exciting section. I quite like these, actually. These seed plants, they look pretty cool. Put some of those in. They've got a swampy sort of feel to them. Mix some... Just kind of mixing and matching foliage as we go along. Trying to keep it interesting looking. A lot of variety. Seed plants are cool. I've never used seed plants before, I don't think. Okay.
Transit has commenced.
I had lights in the last one, didn't I? What did I do with the lights? Oh, I built like a thing. Should we build a thing? I don't know if I want a thing anymore. I am done with things. Things are stupid. But we do want lights. Lights are cool. Things are stupid, but lights are cool. Right? Are you writing this down? You should write this down. Maybe we don't want things... What if they're just like in the middle of nowhere? You know, just lighting up random parts of the habitat. Is that cool? I don't know. I'm going to try it. Bam. Just like casual floodlights here and there. Just lighting up the habitat for the guests. You know, that makes sense, right? That's the kind of thing you would do. That's the kind of thing I would do. I do have a slight obsession with lights, but that's neither here nor there. Well, it's here because that's where they are. Bonk. Bonk. What I need to think about, what I haven't really considered yet, is how I would maybe make the outside of the aviary, the biodome, I should say. How would I make this more interesting? I'm not sure you can, really. I think it's always going to look a little silly. Let me just try this at night time. How does that look? Might look cool. Alright, that's pretty sweet. Let's get a few more in there. It doesn't need to be all of it, but it'd be nice if it was a lot of it. It looks awesome. Honestly, I'm so happy we've got these lights. Very thankful, Frontier, because... Although, let me zoom the camera out! It really upsets me. Ah, right, there we go. Yeah, no, it looks alright. Let's go in here. We're a bit bright. Yeah, that to me is what a science biodome should look like, in a way. You know, it's lit up, you can see what's going on, but there's clearly a lot of nature, but there's a lot of science. Got these invisible feeders, which are cool. Yeah, man, biodome, woo! It should feel more man-made in a way, and I think adding the lights gives it that sort of man-made quality, and that's not usually something I would go for, but I think for a biodome, it works. I love these. I think that lighting is a really good idea. I think I'm a genius, actually, must be said. It reminds me of playing Taito Ecology a little bit, which I think is kind of what I was subconsciously going for. I really like that. That's cool. That's cool beans. How do you feel about it, Monolophosaurus? Oh, you're pretty. Congrats. Oh, where did the light go? I think that's enough lights as well. I think any more might be pushing it. I'm tempted to add some more decorations, kind of just up that feeling. What about some like just casual camera posts here and there? Oh, no science. Oh, there's plenty of science over there. I need somewhere with no science. Is there anywhere with no science? No science. Whoa, no science for ages. Bam. Bit of science. Aw, yeah. I really like it at night time. This is going to be a theme going forward now. I think this is a good idea. It's going in a slightly unexpected direction, but I'm down with it. Let's kill the hatchery. You know what I miss? Why do we not have slow motion mode anymore in capture mode? Why would you take that away? Man, I really like that. It's a cool idea. Yeah. It's nothing special, don't get me wrong. I'm going to try to big myself up here. Let's go say hello to the Spinosaurus. It feels more adjacent to Jurassic World Dominion in a way. I'm not sure the invisible one was the correct take. Spinosaurus. Really stands out just in sheer size. Where are my Theris actually, now that I think about it? And the cool thing about the lights as well is you can see right now it's just walking through darkness, you know? At some point it'll... I need more trees. At some point it'll walk into the light, but it's decided to have a nap in the shadows. Yeah, it does need more trees, I think. Maybe less lights, I don't know. If I was a Therizinosaurus, I would be over there? Yeah. Right, there's one. I swear I have two. Where's the other one? I do want to load this with more trees, if I'm honest. I don't like areas like this. Yo, it's just open. Sick. Sickening. Hello, lovely. Love you. I'm kind of just waiting for one of them to run into the light. But man, that looks awesome. Right, come forward a little bit. Look at it! Look at it! Look at that! Nonsense, folks, nonsense. kind of backlit by the... Oh, what a beauty. It's got the backlighting from the moon. It's got the tower in the background. It's got the softer foreground lighting from sort of that from a distance. Use more trees. Absolutely beautiful. The lighting in this game is really nice, actually. I think just by having loads of these lights, you can see the light amount on the Theris changing constantly. Sometimes it's just really strongly backlit like it is there. Sometimes it's a soft fill light. Fill light, that's the word I was looking for. Not a light for fill, although I'm sure Phil would appreciate that. But the light that kind of just fills in the front of the dinosaur. Like this one right here. Maybe it'll walk into a bit more light. We'll be able to get a bit more detail, like so. And it provides that really nice contrast against, you know, the darker background. Which I guess is one reason to not have too many lights, actually. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, and my voice might sound weird. I usually run a noise pass on all my videos, but I can't be bothered because this is like a very late edition. But my Therizinosaurus is blind, thanks to that mod from last week. If you haven't seen that already, you can check that out on the channel. I was just here taking my screenshot and remembered, so cool little bonus. Very spooky. Actually, you know what? While we're here, I'll just bloody do the bloody noise thing. We haven't hung out at all with our Minmies. Let's go say hi to them as well. I feel bad. It's about the dinosaurs at the end of the day, right? So we have to spend a little bit of time with them. Hello. You're in there somewhere. There's probably more of them somewhere. Wait. Oh, you can't do it in this. Ah. There you go. There's some... Let me see if I can find one. Adorable. Little potato. I've got potato. Little potato. Little Tato. There you go. There's little Tato. Little Tato living there. Absolutely. Run, little Tato. There's a Monolithosaurus right there. Tato, run. Tato has no survival instincts whatsoever. Absolutely zero. This area is boring. That needs something. If I could put more water in, I would have put more water in, it must be said. Like a little bit here would have been really nice. What if we chuck in some... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I really like that. I mean, the towers look exceptional. They're carrying hard, it must be said. It's nice. Makes me happy. Oh, hey. What I'll try to do for the next video is spend a little bit more time with the dinosaurs. The time just flies. I don't know how it's been 35 minutes or whatever it's been. I haven't done anything, but next time we'll do more time with the dinosaurs. And of course we'll do a tour and spend loads of time with them at the end as well. Okay, see you later.
BIOSYN, if you're ready, we'll maneuver. Reaching out.